Drought is a natural hazard that can occur anywhere in the world, in deserts, tropical rainforests, glacier-covered mountains, anywhere. In this video, we're going to talk about drought in southern Nevada, and in the bigger picture, the Colorado River Basin. First, let's define drought. Drought is a prolonged period of abnormally dry weather. That means an area or region is not getting the rainfall or snow it typically gets. The result is a shortage of water. To better understand how drought works, let's take a closer look at our water source. Southern Nevada gets 90% of its water from the Colorado River. We take our river water at Lake Mead. Lake Mead is a man-made reservoir. The lake was created when the Hoover Dam was built and it trapped the flows of the river. The lake acts like a large storage tank of Colorado River water. So we get our water from the Colorado River. But where does the river get its water? The Colorado River starts as snow in the Rocky Mountains located in the states of Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah. When the snow melts, it flows down the mountains in creeks and streams. Those creeks and streams meet and form the river. As the river makes its way south, it's fed by other creeks, streams, and rivers. The Colorado River travels through 7 U.S. states and the country of Mexico. The areas that feed the river, where water joins the Colorado, are collectively known as the Colorado River Basin. Right now, the Colorado River Basin is experiencing a years-long drought. The measurable snowpack in the Rocky Mountains has been consistently below average since 2000, and because the snowpack feeds the Colorado River, less water has been flowing into the river. And the drought is likely to continue.
There's a whole network of snow tracking sites as well as satellite data that's used to determine how much water is actually sitting up in the mountains as snow ready to come down the next winter. There's also other measurements that we use to track that inflow to the river, but the one thing that's really easy for us to measure is the amount of water in the reservoirs. So we sort of have a system of measuring the water that's on the ground, the way it's getting to the river, and then the amount that's actually there.
Scientists use this data to make informed decisions about water supply, how much water is available, and water demand, how much water is needed. It's important that supply meets demand. During drought, water demand typically exceeds our natural water supply, and our water storage is used to make up the difference. Remember how we talked about Lake Mead working as a massive storage tank?
The most visible sign of drought is right here in our backyard at Lake Mead. If you go out to Lake Mead, you'll see what's affectionately called the bathtub ring. And what that really is this large white band of rocks that exists in the reservoir because the elevation of Lake Mead has fallen. So that's kind of what a lake is meant to do. When there is extra water, it stores it. And when there's not enough water, the lake level is drawn down. Another way of looking at it is right now we're using more water than nature is naturally giving us. And that's why we continue to see Lake Mead's elevation going down.
So what do we do about the supply-demand imbalance? We have a limited water supply. In order to live within the supply, we need to limit or reduce our demand. This applies to everyone in the Colorado River Basin and all the people in the 7 U.S. states and the country of Mexico who rely on the water from the Colorado River. That's about 40 million people.
What's unique about our current water supply situation and the drought that the Colorado River is experiencing is we're seeing less snow on average in general than we have historically. But we're also seeing hotter, drier temperatures, and the snow melts sooner. That means plants start growing sooner. It means there's more evaporation, so more water is being used from the system on top of there being less snow coming every year.
So there's less water and a growing demand. To understand how we can reduce demand in southern Nevada, let's examine how we use water. In southern Nevada, we recycle our water whenever we can. The water we can recycle is water we can recapture. This is typically water used indoors. Water used indoors goes down a drain or pipe and enters our water treatment system. It's treated and sent back out to Lake Mead to be used again. Recycling water extends our water supply in southern Nevada. On the other hand, water used outdoors is not recaptured. Once it's used, it's gone forever. This is why when we talk about water conservation in southern Nevada, we look to reduce outdoor water use. This doesn't mean eliminating outdoor water use altogether, but we do want to eliminate inefficient uses of water and water waste. Let's look at some examples. Trees, plants, and bushes are an important part of our outdoor spaces. Trees provide shade, plants help cool our surroundings, and trees and plants are a critical part of our natural environment and habitat for both humans and animals. All trees and plants require water to survive. However, their individual demand for water varies. For example, grass uses more than 4 times as much water as desert-adapted landscaping. So where and how we use grass is an important design decision. Another example, system maintenance. Water is delivered all throughout southern Nevada through a complex system of pipes and pumping stations. A leak in a pipe can waste a significant amount of water. To avoid wasting water through leaks, maintenance crews replace and repair pipes. They also look for leaks with leak detection technology. These measures are designed to conserve water and reduce waste. And we can do the same things in our own home's water system.
You know, scientists, engineers, and inventors play a huge role in our ability to adapt to the future challenges that the river will chase. Those folks are out there inventing and looking at new things every day that we can do to reduce our water use and to enhance our water supplies. And those things will be critical for our future.
And as we look to the future, we look to the next generation of cutting-edge technology and design solutions. Those solutions will be discovered by the next generation of problem solvers. That means you, your classmates, your friends, you hold the key to the future of water.